Even though electric car sales here in Australia are still relatively low, sitting between 6 to 9% per month, people are saying that that's going to change. Recent surveys have shown, in fact, a survey just showed that 41% of Australians say they intend to purchase an electric car in the future. 41%. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Savvy.com.au, but they conducted a survey on Australians, right? And this national survey was commissioned, which showed that over half of Australians intend to buy an electric car in the future. So I know I said 41%, but that's not quite the full story. What is the full story? Well, 41% of Australians say they intend to buy at some point in the future. 10% are primed to purchase immediately within the next 12 months. Now, a different study done by news.com.au of more than 50,000 Australians actually said something a little different than that. It said 15% of Australians want to buy an electric car within the next 12 months, and 23%, in addition to that, an additional 23% are considering buying an electric car within the next 12 months. So considering that was a survey of more than 50,000 people, it shows you where things are actually potentially heading. The 45 to 50-year-old age group are the most likely to buy at some point. And obviously they have more disposable income, so that makes sense, with 47% of them saying that they want to buy one. But the age group from 18 to 24 and 35 to 44 have said that they're the most likely to buy within the next 12 months, 14% respectively. In other words, the survey is saying that people between the ages of 18 and 24 and 35 to 44, 14% of them plan on buying an electric car within the next 12 months. There's a little bit of confusion though, because there's so many electric cars out there. So I think a lot of people are confused about which car they should buy. So what I suggest they do is subscribe to that guy called the Electric Viking, and he can help them learn about electric cars. So yeah, share the channel with your friends, please. Here's the thing. Older people don't like change. I think that's pretty fair to say, right? The older demographics here in Australia, age 55 to 64 and 65 plus, were the least likely to want to buy an electric car. They predominantly prefer petrol-driven or internal combustion gasoline-powered cars. A little bit sad, in fact, that people get like that, and as we age, we get stuck in our ways. It's pretty normal, but that really shows you that's happening. 12% said they would rather purchase a petrol-electric hybrid instead. 3% of Australians already own an electric car. This is a slight increase over Savvy's 2021 survey, which showed 40% were interested in buying in the future and 7% within the next 12 months. It's pretty big. It's almost double the number wanting to buy within the next 12 months. So what does this mean? Well, the price of electric cars has come down. And in fact, in many segments, you'll find better value with an EV than an internal combustion car. That's just like for like. And that doesn't even include the fact that electric cars are so much cheaper to maintain, so much cheaper to run. I mean, 4 million Australians have solar on their roofs, so it's a no-brainer for them. They can probably do 80% plus of their driving for essentially for free. So if you just look at complete parity, car for car, look at cars like, say, the Geely EX5, for example, about $40,000. It compares very similarly to a Toyota RAV4, but it's clearly a more luxurious car. It's a nicer car. It's a better car straight up. What about, say, for example, the BYD C-Line or the Xpeng G6? Compare those to, say, similar cars that are internal combustion. I actually think the EVs are better. It's really that simple. And the driving experience with electric cars is also so much better. Now, what I think, guys, we can potentially do here is this. Give someone you know a test drive in your electric car. This makes an enormous difference. I can't remember how many times, there's been so many times I've been told by people, oh, my friend, he hated electric cars, and then he drove my car, and a month later he bought an electric car. It's so common. People just need to experience it. Now, here's one of the things, right? Affordability, or the perception of unaffordability of electric cars, has prevented a lot of people from even considering them, with 76% of people in the survey agreeing that price drops would make EV ownership more popular and accessible. That's an increase over the previous year. 76% of men expressed this view, compared with 81% of women. In other words, pretty much all the population are saying if the prices go down, they'll consider buying, or a good chance that they'll buy. So I think we need it. It's on us to get the word out there to tell people, hey guys, prices of electric cars have come down. There's so many options and choices now. It's really the perfect time to buy. Now, getting back to that survey from news.com.au, this survey said, and this was done last month, that of more than 50,000 people surveyed, 15% said they plan on buying an electric car within the next 12 months. 23% said maybe. Now, those numbers aren't amazing, but they're a hell of a lot better than I thought they'd be. So, guys, I think we're getting there. It's a long way off where I think we could be, but I think by 2030, most cars in this country will be EVs. In fact, I would go out to say 95% will be either electric or a plug-in hybrid or some variation of a plug-in hybrid. And that will mean that, number one, our roads will be much, much quieter. That's going to be huge. The air will be much, much cleaner. That'll be even a bigger deal. And actually we'll be burning so many less fossil fuels, saving a lot of money, and ultimately importing less gas, importing less oil from other countries around the world, which is a huge benefit to our economy. So what do you guys think? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Bye-bye. Australia is about to undergo the biggest disruption in our history. Our entire electricity market will be completely disrupted, and it's going to be by individual households. And this disruption won't just happen here in Australia. It will happen in the United States, although you guys are going to take longer. It will happen all over the world. I'll explain why Tony Seba predicted this and why this makes sense on an economic basis at the end of the video. If you haven't already bought a home battery, wow. I mean, it's going to be the perfect time to get one. Few reasons for this. One, the cost of batteries has come down. So I'm installing a battery here myself. Well, not myself, actually Resync Solar are installing the battery. And I'm doing it partly because I do get a small grant, a couple of $1,000s from the New South Wales state government. However, I mean, this is all about to change because federal Labor have unveiled a $2.3 billion plan to massively drop the cost of home batteries. And let's be straight, guys. There's 4 million households here in Australia that have solar. If anyone has solar, and they should really probably consider getting a home battery now, especially seeing as the price is so good right now. And you can get this, well, obviously this new incentive. Plus, I mean, linking it up with your existing solar is a no-brainer, especially if you want to charge your EV at home. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Renew Economy has just reported that federal Labor has unveiled a $2.3 billion plan to make batteries about 30% cheaper. That's $4,000 per battery. I mean, that's an amazing, you could get a battery. I mean, the average household, you might just want to install a 10 or 15 kilowatt hour battery. You might end up paying only $10,000 for that. That's an amazing deal. And you're going to definitely save money over the long run.